Welcome to Math with Karen. Let's make fractions simple. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the fractions look different, but they're actually the same amount? Well, let me show you how that works because these are called equivalent fractions. So here's my story. You and your friend bake a cake. So let's say our cake is a round cake, just like this. All right? So you and your friend are going to share it equally. So we have two parts. Now you really like icing, but your friend does not like icing. And you're like, you know what? It's okay. I love blue icing. So we will only put frosting, icing on 1/2 of the cake. So 1/2 of the cake is iced with blue icing. Well, then your mom comes along and she's like, now listen, that's a lot of cake to eat at one time. Let's cut it into smaller pieces. So you get your knife and you cut it again, just like this. Now you still have equal pieces, but now you don't have 2 equal pieces. You have 4 equal pieces. Same amount. You didn't change any of that. You just cut it into smaller size pieces. Well, when you did that, now you don't have 1 piece that's blue. You now have 2 pieces of cake that are blue. So we can say 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Let's try another one. So let's say your cake, right? And you have cut it into 6 pieces, all right? And you have shaded 4 of those pieces, 4/6 of this cake blue, right? So that is 4/6. Well, we really can't glue it back together, but let's say that you wanted to put them on plates with everybody getting 2 pieces. So if we were going to do that, we would have to push the 2 together. So you can kind of see here you have 2 pieces here, and you have 2 pieces here, and then you have 2 pieces that aren't iced. So you actually combine these here, and you combine these right here. Well, now you have thirds, and 2 of those thirds have blue icing on there. So you can go either way. You can cut them apart and make more pieces, or you can take the more pieces and put them back together. So we go from 4/6 to 2/3. 4/6 is equivalent to 2/3. One more. You've got a cake divided into fifths. Whoop. Let's see if I can do fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the easiest thing to draw. And we have 1 of them shaded. Now, if I wanted to, I couldn't put them together to make an equivalent fraction, but I could cut them into more pieces. So let's use green to show this. So now I'm going to split each piece into 2. And now I had 1/5. Now I have, not 1/5, I have 2/10. Now there's a pattern going on here because in all math there's a pattern. And I want you to notice if you can see a relationship between your numerators and your denominators. Like, did we do something to this fraction on the top and the bottom to give us the new fraction? So a lot of times I'll have the kids repeat after me of whatever I do to the top, I have to do the same thing to the bottom. So if I was to go from 1 to 2, that is times 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. If I do that to the top, I need to do the same thing to the bottom. 2 times 2 equals 4. Coming over here, if I wanted to go from 4 to 2, that's 4 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2. Well, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. If I come over here, 1 times 2 equals 2. If I do it to the top, I do the same thing to the bottom. So 5 times 2 equals 10. So if we go back here to our cake, we can say, yep, when I cut that into another piece, I did something to the numerator and the denominator at the same time. So that is the idea of equivalent fractions. They look different, but they cover the same amount. So next time, we're going to be talking about how to simplify fractions.